Sam Raimi is the guy who created the whole Spider-Man franchise series. Ever since they made the first one with Tobey Maguire. Tobey Maguire, one of the at least better famous actors, and I'm kind of glad they did that. Just to keep the franchise going because the franchise of Spider-Man is really strong and bold. But that's not what I'm going to be talking about in today's video. I'll give you a brief summary. So Sam Raimi wanted the Spider-Man franchise and this movie to keep going. He said in his own quotes that he wanted this movie to at least have 10 films, guys. 10 films. Those are his words and not mine. He wanted this series to have 10 films. It would be really epic to see what those 10 films would be, and that's today's topic of the video. I've been meaning to do this, but I didn't have any time, and I sometimes keep forgetting because of school. But I'm back on it, but yeah, picture 10 Spider-Man films, all starring with Tobey Maguire. It's good, but, people don't like Tobey because of, personal opinion. I don't see the negative. I just see somewhat of the positives. But yeah, people can have their own differences of what they see about Tobey Maguire. But it's good if they did do the 10 films because every time you do something great, and if you try to mimic that, and make it better, but to make sure you do that, and don't take away what makes it good and make it completely different and make it garbage. So the first two films were pretty good. They were already making the third one until Sony that made the Amazing Spider-Man 2 movies, they keep pressuring him on adding more villains into the movie. But Sam Raimi wanted to do one villain per movie. How we had the Green Goblin in the first one, Dr. Octopus in the second one. But get this, Sandman was supposed to be the main antagonist of the Spider-Man, the third Spider-Man. But I didn't know if it was going to be the black suit or not. I was assuming it is. But Sony kept pressuring him, and then they decided to do it. But they added in 3. They added Sandman, Venom, and the Green Goblin, which is Harry Osborn, son of Norman Osborn, who's the Green Goblin in the original film in the first one. Yeah, after Sony pressured him, immediately he quit. But we're going to talk about after that. So what if, the third Spider-Man movie of the Tobey Maguire / Sam Raimi's film would have kept going? It would have been weird if we saw this in a different way, of how the film should be made, instead of Sony kept pressuring Sam Raimi until he finally gave up after the third film. So I would think, the whole script or, the movie for Spider-Man 3 would be the same thing. It would be just how Spider-Man is still wearing the black suit after he defeated Sandman. And then to the next one, Spider-Man 4, we see the previous Spider-Man 3 of Peter Parker's attitude. He has changed completely. In this one, it should kind of be like a venomous slash Green Goblin. So it should be the conflict between Harry and Peter right now, fighting each other and all that until they had enough, and bunch of stuff, couple of scenes, this and that, and then Peter changed completely of how he was before, being a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man to a dark emo person, until he finally realizes that, and now he finally gives up the black suit, and Eddie Brock takes his black suit, becomes Venom, and then that should be the end of the film there. For Spider-Man 4, it should just be a conflict between Harry and Peter back and forth in the fourth film. And then in the beginning of the fifth film, we have Peter Parker as his old self again, still having a bit of a conflict with Harry Osborn, all that. And now they're claiming to have a black Spider-Man, and now Peter just, has a conflict with him, Peter Parker will have a conflict with Venom, which is Eddie, and they have this major impact conflict with each other where they just try to kill each other in a way. And so at the end, Harry helps out Peter at the end, and then their friendship is rebuilt after Harry finds out that his father killed himself with his own collider and not Peter. And so yeah, the friendship would be rebuild, and then it could be not that Harry dies or not, depending on how Sam and Ree want to see that. And yeah, that's the sixth film. Yeah, the first film. So it's first one Goblin, second one Doc, third one Sandman, fourth one Green Goblin, Harry Osborn, and fifth. That was the fifth one. Fifth one is Venom. So the other 10, it could be so different. It could be the sixth one could be Shocker even, or the seventh one could be Mysterio. The eighth one could be Rhino. The ninth one can be Electro, and the 10th one could be Craven. There's so many more villains that they can add. It could be flipping amazing of how they're gonna make each of the films better than the other one to make it a little bit CGI with all those new characters. Like if we're gonna add Electro, like add some electricity and all that. But I feel like they would just keep it minimum and down level. Like they would do something like Rhino, for instance, or Shocker, or Craven, or even Mysterio, or they can even have a freaking Black Cat during all those films of how Felicia Hardy interacts with Peter Parker, Tobey Maguire, and how they two fall in love with each other because they're wearing masks, but they don't reveal their identity. Well, at least Peter does. Peter doesn't, but Felicia Hardy does. So yeah, I would die to like legit buy all those movies, all those 10 Sam Raimi's films that were supposed to happen, just to watch all of them, just to have like a good time and nostalgia of what it was before that turned that series and turned that franchise into something better that we have nowadays. And I'm kind of glad that Sam Raimi did at least got a chance to make the first 3 films, and I felt like he should have kept going. I felt like Sony should have just pressured him and should just let Sam Raimi do his own thing and make great films of Spider-Man. Granted, it could be either way, but I still think Sam Raimi's films of how Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man it was pretty good. It was pretty solid, and hey, without those films, we would have been having Tom right now being the Spider-Man. That's actually like a fact. Without having something what's before, it wouldn't be better now if it wasn't before. And yeah, let me know what you think down in the comments about this. If not, that's completely fine. And subscribe to my channel if you're new, share me around and all that. And my name is Steve39 or Jordan, and I am signing off. Bye, y'all.